Let's get busted. Yeah. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
I like the show.
A moment, please. Stay cool and face your guilt.
Okay. I didn't stream anything on Christmas yesterday because, you know, I figured that everybody wanted to spend more time either playing new games or watching the movies that they had or just spend time with family. I was the same way. That's why I didn't stream anything yesterday. Today, though, I'm going to probably stream 2 if not 3 things today. There's going to be this game doing the event. Might be Breakers later, but I do know I also want to do the House of the Dead remake. Since that game takes, I think, under an hour to complete. And I've already beaten the game, but there's a certain mode I want to do it on, where there's more enemies. And what's up, Saturday? Also, the one video, I think I also uploaded yesterday. That was the only thing I really wanted to do yesterday, and funny enough, it wasn't even supposed to be a Christmas special. I was actually going to do it for the New Year, but I feel like I could probably do something else for that. Just gotta figure out what.
Busted. Yeah. Gotcha.
I'll protect.
Way now.
Also, yes, I did see your thing on Discord. So, I actually did see the posts for seeing it whatever.
Let's begin.
I could do something like that. I just haven't thought about it yet. Because mostly when I do quotes, I usually have my own characters talking to each other in mind. Hey, what's up, Carrie? I actually hope that you had a happy Christmas yesterday. If you didn't hear, I didn't stream yesterday for that reason, because, well, I figured everybody wanted to spend time with loved ones, so I didn't do anything yesterday, with the exception of the Xenoverse 2 challenge video as level 1, which by far of any challenge I've done was probably the most tedious one, because it was, you have to, like, you pretty much have to spam like 1 if not 2 combos and spam nothing but overpowered supers, and the 2 that pretty much fit the bill for like the most spammable stuff to beat that was his Angry Hit and Vanishing Ball. So basically any of Majin Buu's skills. This right here should have been Hydro damage bonus. I'd have been much happier if I said that. If it's a Hydro damage bonus, I would have upgraded to 4, and I would have hoped that it was HP flat. But this one's crit rate though. I mean, if it boosts nothing but energy recharge, if I get out to Moto or something. You know, Liza's friend now. The whole Parallel Quest 149 video I did was a Christmas special. Wasn't worth going back to PvP. Yeah, younger me, yeah, I would have streamed Xenoverse. I would have wished everybody Merry Christmas. I would have had a good 2 fights, and then the rest of them would have been like any other fight I've had, which is literally just people just spamming 1 combo. I didn't want to put myself through that kind of stress, so I just did an offline parallel quest.
Let's get Busted. These are about to get dicey.
A moment, please. This could get a little chilly.
Oh, let the show.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna do this one more time, and then I gotta turn the music back on this game. See, I tried to get a generator that's accurate. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you wouldn't want them saying anything that they would. You wouldn't want them saying anything that they wouldn't say. This is the only one that. This is the one that comes across as somewhat interesting. If it gives me crit damage and buffs nothing but that, then I'll be good. So you spent your Christmas time at Breakers, watching Batman Returns at Arkham Origins. For the most part, yesterday, I was watching football, and then I want to say I was just playing Resident Evil 4 and Devil May Cry 3, which, by the way, Devil May Cry 3, I do plan on streaming that again in the future. Maybe actually I might put a poll up, like I might say, would you want to see a pre-recorded or live stream of me doing the hardest difficulty in that game? Because I know I'm playing very hard on my difficulty, and I'm halfway through it. So once I get the hardest difficulty, I'll probably put up that poll, and then I'll wait about a good 24 hours before well, pretty much completing the game again.
Let's get it on! Busted. Here comes the catch.
I'll protect us.
Look alive! You asked for it. Quietly now.
Way now.
The snapping event. Well, I haven't done any of the event yet. Well, actually, technically, I did see the first. If not, I did see the first. If not, I think it was like the first cutscene. It was accidental because I was doing a world quest, and that world quest just so happened to be like probably about like a meter or two away from the cutscene. So basically, I saw a Chiori, I saw how she looked and everything. That's where I figured out where the meme came from with the shoes. And after giving her a close look, like when she was talking, I saw that by her side she had a Geovision. A long time since I played. It's gonna come Chaos. I haven't mentioned it in a long while. Yeah, the last time I played it was pretty much over at my grandma's house because like this is a while back, because they do have like an arcade in like their basement, and there's a bunch of SNK games that they have. They have stuff like Metal Slug. There's like a wrestling game, and there was the SVC Chaos. There was a couple others too, like airplane games and stuff. Speaking of football, matchup between Johnny Maximum and Brian Battle would be interesting to see. I mean, I guess. Anytime I think of King of Fighters sports, I think about them spamming.
They say there's nothing new on it.
getting basketballs chucked at me from somebody who followed the wrong line. I had to sit back and take that the entire time. And the thing is, if I was any other team, I probably would have had better luck. I was like, these guys are just spamming one move per character. Okay. And wait a minute, how long do I have? I have 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks before the Riding Shogun comes out. And then I can spend my Primo Gems, which, by the way, if you look at it again, I literally have give me a second. It's a blue screen because I'm checking history right now. Pretty sure I'm like 4. No, I ain't gonna do that. I keep track of it on my phone. Hold on. Yeah, I'm 4 wishes in. So yeah, 65. Then with the 6 up there, 71. And I've already and I've already wished. Oh, technically this is already the last temple. It says like 4 wishes in. So basically, all I had to do was wait 2 weeks, and I guaranteed the Riding Shogun. And the thing is, if it wasn't for her being next, if it was somebody else like Albedo or somebody else I don't care for, I would actually be pulling for her right now. No disrespect to Albedo, but I don't see myself using them like that. I already have artifacts with Riding Shogun, so I could probably use these on. It's like I'll do this one. Maybe if we go meter. Any of my deadlock I'm just gonna get rid of. This one too. Nope. Nope. Maybe. Might go for like Noel or something. Well, I'm gonna load this up to 4. Well, first off, before I do that, hold on. Let me turn down the volume of this game and put the music on. Okay. I ended up fighting the Yagami team instead of 16. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I had the other team, and apparently they forgot what difficulty it was, and they started spamming basketballs, doing dashes and the grabs. Like, I literally felt like I was fighting somebody online who had much experience playing that game. God dang it. Okay, so I can't use this one. It needed to be crit damage because I wanted to get something for child. I mean, technically I can always give him this one, but I don't even know about this one. It's like actually 3 flash has some recharge. Are there any other I was about to say, are there any other artifacts I have that are actually decent enough? HP flat, of course. You know what, let's just see what happens. It's like I'm having bad thoughts about this artifact, because it's buffing nothing but flat stats. I'm gonna bust this one more time. If you bust a flash stab, I'm getting rid of it. Even so, this is one of those artifacts that's buffing everything once, and I hate artifacts like that. So I might have to get rid of those artifacts. Put in this one. Yeah, I'll do just that. I'll get rid of the artifact. Crit damage, okay. I'll read that comment in just a second. I know there's another one I'm missing. I'll make one more artifact. It's gotta be good. Finally, something decent. So this needs to buff nothing but crit damage for me to really use it. Okay. And seeing as how I don't like any of these particular scenario commissions, all I have to do is... Well, let me go ahead and go to these world quests first. Talk to each one of these people. It's very unlikely that the American sports team will come back in the main game since they're jobbers. I mean, a lot of people are jobbers in other games. Look at Kano, he keep coming back. Give it time, they might make him DLC for a game or something. Oh god, I just realized something. Mrs. Fontaine, I got to skip all this. I know there's gonna be a lot of talking. It's not that I don't care, but I don't want to hear everybody's life stories about what they want to do. Because even if I was listening, like, or looking at it intently, by 2 weeks I forget about all this. Alright, not yet. I'm gonna talk to everybody else. Yeah, there's a couple of characters in games that just are just straight jobbers, and as a result you can't take them seriously or it doesn't add credibility to their character. The only time I think Kano has ever won in any gameplay to really think, yes, it's taking a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen him canonically win in the original timeline. And then Mortal Kombat 9 rolls around, he jobs to everyone. Mortal Kombat X rolls around, he jobs to everyone again. I think he tried to fight Kodo. That was the most he's done in a cutscene. Mortal Kombat 11 rolls around, I don't even know what to do with that. I mean, he beat young Johnny Cage, but it was off screen. And then he's not even playable in Mortal Kombat 1, you know, the newest one. Like, he's a cameo character. And cameo characters don't really, for the most part, they don't impact the story of that game. Well, they had to make the Black Dragon credible somehow. Otherwise, you get a game like More combat special forces with like one if not two people to deal with that entire group. What you doing? Well, I don't expect you to remember anything about that game because nobody in their right mind will look at it. How much talking? Jesus Christ, man. Us like that, and this is me skipping it. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be condensed into 4 sentences. It's, hi, want to do an event? I'll pay you for it. Bingo. Instead of he wants to give out his whole life story like I care or something. Well, and by doing that, I technically got that the commission's done. Also a big plus is nobody didn't have so many unjacks. Yeah, because otherwise you'd just be kind of losing to those two again, and we've seen that kind of story multiple times. Alright, what is this? Have at least 20 So just snipe things, protect the stuff. Okay. Sounds like Resident Evil 4 all over again. It's actually Genshin so zero to me protects the snowblind. And hence the name Snowblind. I have a limited amount of bullets. Okay. This better be somebody's, like... so you better run. I'm not gonna lie, this was entertaining. There's something about it. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna be doing a lot of shooting today. Apparently, there's this event, House of the Dead, after this stream, which again will take me a little under an hour to beat, depending on how I do. And then there is Breakers, because I haven't streamed that in a while. Protect the targets. Okay. Use a color get you the effect. Oh, this guy's all up in the way. Shoot. I remember a time when this game used to have like a little bow and everything. It was castles and whatnot. Now we got people with freaking sniper rifles. Okay. I hope we can photo more traveling down. That's not from goblins. Who knows? Maybe you might. Who knows? Like you might be able to do that in like spell AI or something if it recognizes the character. You can have someone like freaking gun you with a sniper rifle in the grass or something. It was actually a sniping from far away part in one of the story mission. Time split is future perfect. Yeah, there's a couple of games where it was like sniping parts. Apparently this game also wants to join in the join on the phone with this. Please tell me he's going all the way over there. Maybe we dead for real. Trying to play dead. This ain't Breakers. Besides, only 4 missions of sniping. Yeah. But on the bright side, this is easy primo jumps, because I just did 3 days and got 90 by doing. I lost some 12 hours. Oh, that's I think I may have miscalculated there. I thought. I did the event today because I figured everything was like available. Guess not. He didn't try to run. No, literally everybody around him got sniped. I don't hit, and the thing is, they hit it, and he didn't know where it's coming from. It's real hassle doing hard difficulty, but manageable. Since the aiming system is just like what it is today, and not like GoldenEye. If I had to choose the worst type of aiming in anything, sniping-wise, is probably the first Killzone game. And on top of that, most times you do a headshot, you don't even kill them. They just kind of walk it off, like, oh, okay. Alright, so I did this one. Alright, what's the good guy in store for me? We've been already waiting. They're probably in an entirely different place. Hold on, let me do it like this. Let me find them like this. Oh, I got a weapon. That's nice. Didn't expect to get that fast, but at least I have something to upgrade. It's a claymore. Recharge, okay. Oh, the cup, okay. I need more, okay, I need one more black cup.
I wonder when I'll be as tall.
That's very nice. Okay. Well, I went over here. Do I hear it? There we go. I've already done this. Yeah, I've already done this. Oh, this is gonna be a beat up enemies event. Hold on. You know everybody get like some 12 hours? Okay, so. Oh, they have trial characters too? Oh, hold on. Let me just come in first and then we'll whoop these guys. I guess it would make sense for Time Splitters 2, since we want to have a similar aiming system to GoldenEye, since Time Splitters is meant to be a successor to GoldenEye. Okay? Just a beat 'em up thing. Yes, it is. You know I gotta choose that team again. Hold on. Benny, where you at? These guys are about to get the behinds whooped. For sure. Seconds after using a Hydra. Opponent's hit would be dealt with Hydra damage. All cryo damage dealt by party members will be increased by 60. Oh, I didn't even read that. It looks like Risley here about to have some fun.
Into the wind. One with wind and cloud.
Let's begin. Stay cool. Face your gift. Not bad.
I'm going in!
One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Have a safe trip.
Everybody stand! You're toast!
Clouds high, the birds call, into the wind.
They had the back hide, man. Hide from that one.
Stay cool. Face it.
I'm going in!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night! One with nature.
Away now.
Teamwork is trick!
Time to go. The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire! You're toast!
A moment, please. Have a safe trip.
One with nature.
I'm going in!
I told you they were getting the behinds whooped. I might choose the same team for this one. Like this is normally my go-to team. It used to be a Yato in here, but he can't always apply Hydro. Meanwhile, Rise is a Catalyst character. That's the benefit.
Teamwork is...
Adorn.
Get them!
Let's begin.
Everybody stand back!
Clouds high. The birds.
You're toast! Out of the frying pan!
Away now. Get chilly.
with wind and cloud.
Nice and spicy. Hey, yeah. Let's light it up.
I was working on my own too. Like this one. Alright.
Everybody stand. Yeah.
Into the wind.
Appetite pan into the fire.
Have a seat, Trick. Now.
Booba, get them. Eat this.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night. The wind knows me.
I'm going in.
Let's begin. A moment, please.
Okay, so I think by getting 10k, that's when you get the highest medal. So I select the stage. But yeah, they'll get their behinds worth for sure. Like I said they would. For 12 seconds after using a burst. Recharge increased by 50. Okay. Not all my OCs, so just a lot of them. Yeah, like mostly when I make quotes, I try to include every character. At least, again, those I know much about. Some people that I don't know much about, it won't be so much of a generic quote, but you know.
Gotcha.
Things are about to get tight.
Make yourselves at home. There is no escape. Now you shall perish. Shine down.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Teamwork is sharing my knowledge. Hey, this way through. Help! Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. Ha! My hands. The Temple of Wisdom.
Quietly now.
I'm going in. There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Grow, grow, grow.
Gang's up. Time's over.
Sharing my knowledge. Let's light it up. Everybody, shine down. Now you shall perish. Committed to memory. I'm going in.
Busted. Here comes the catch.
This way through. Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay, I'm gonna have to pick my old team for that one. Even though I got gold, I got a little less than I thought I would. I wanted to be the cinnamon roast who's needs side to even things else. Oh, okay. Well, that makes well, that makes sense now. Again, I can get to, again, I can easily get the rest. Oh, the Tarvazetta drone coming. This has been going fine. Like it's obviously not finished, but everything's going according to plan. Where's the weapon at? Great, that one uses the cup too. Just making sure. Got 3,000 points. I'm about to go over there in just a second. Just something I need to do. I need to talk to Catherine for 20 Primo Gems, and then I need to go to the crafting bench.
Add Ast. Thank you for. Add Ast.
Hegemony, you have one job. That's tomorrow, okay. Yeah, I know. Total score up to 4,000. I'm guessing it was supposed to be 1,000 per. So let's see here. So pretty much collect the balls and get into your own area. So somebody rejected it, okay. Target's the yellow zone, huh? So that's very weird.
La la la. Da, da, da.
Man, because I keep running the opposite direction when I'm doing this. I'm not trying to get into that one. Alright. Alright. Yeah, like that. Yeah, that's all I was doing. But they kept running opposite direction. I feel like the thing I didn't do that I should have was take advantage of the jumping. If I took advantage of jumping, I probably would have got a little bit more points. Still, 975 for a first time isn't bad. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Oh, wait a minute. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times 2 is 200 primo jumps. Somebody was just going all out with this event, huh? That's exactly why I said that Fontaine is probably the most generous when it comes to stuff like this.
A word of advice, don't break the law.
Let's do this again. Yesterday reached a maximum of 3,000. Well, I'm guessing right now it's 4,000 and tomorrow will be 5,000. It's like I think I'm supposed to walk behind them and just put and kind of, I don't want to say nudge them forward.
I once considered keeping some pets in my office, but
That's
soon
very nice,
gave up on
Wisely,
the
but
idea.
this is a
It's just not right to keep small animals where they won't be able to see the sun.
What the? Pick it nicely. What the? Freaking. There you go. Fine, man. With the exception of Wanderer here, everybody picked a Fontaine character. What?
Quit following me.
Okay. It's a much better score. I guess for this one, taller characters are better because taller characters are slightly faster. If you choose someone like Diona or Klee, you have a slight disadvantage in speed. Did you have Rising Shogun? Right now, I don't have her. I gotta wait 2 weeks to get her. Yeah. See, I gotta wait for this banner to go. Cause I already have everything ready for her. Like I already have the weapon, which is where is it? There's this one right here. So this is the recharge character. And then I already have artifacts for, which I'm pretty sure Razor has. Yeah. Like all these. With the exception of this one. This one's different. Razor's not a crowd character, just put that on him because I ran out of stuff to put on him. But yeah, the Electro one's probably gonna be the one that Kujisora has. Somebody picked Nerby. So somebody got a Nerby like picture. If it wasn't for Riley, I had to pull for him. You don't want Navia? I do want Navia. But the thing is, this is guaranteed, which basically means if I get her, then if I go for Rising Shogun, it's not guaranteed I'm going to get her. And besides, if I get Navia, I'd have to grind a lot of stuff. Rising Shogun, I already have a bunch of stuff for her to the point where I can get her talents up too. Because she used the same books that Sayuda does, and I haven't leveled her up in a while. My target area is always yellow, isn't it? Freaking Sino, this is why I didn't pull for you. Get out of here. Him is corny dad jokes. Kinda laggy. I'm only gonna lose to freaking Sino.
Have you ever seen these stickers on my back? Do me a favor and take them off.
Not now, honestly. I gotta do this, what, one more time? If not two more? To get the max amount of points? And then I gotta do the rest of the event tomorrow off stream. Because I figured that since the story would be done, I thought that the event would be too and I could do everything in one go. Not the case. Okay, so I can get this one that. So I gotta do this one more time. No, another 60 in the books. How many do I have right now? $68 wishes. 68 plus the 6. That's 74. Okay. See, that's 74. Then I have to wait till the end of the month to get the other 5. So that'd be 79. Like, this character is a short. The only thing now is the only dilemma I have now is whether or not when to pull for the weapon banner after I get her. Because I could either go for the weapon, or I could wait for version 4.4. And version 4.4 is gonna have what's that name? The character, that bird. I've seen her leaks. Also like it's like they're trying their best to make Shao an afterthought, which makes me mad now. I'm getting on a C1, which wasn't even intentional. Can I switch? Because both of us picked Risley. My target's yellow again. How much you want to bet that tomorrow when I do this is also going to be yellow? freaking. So one time I hate my own dang self. Freaking wisely, thank you. You don't. Just focus on the. I'm just trying to just get that guy a point. There, I made up for it. It's like sometimes these things go wherever the heck they want. So I wasn't that far from him. But again, I didn't need to win. All I needed to do was just participate and get about 15 points so I can get to 500. We're talking about another what if we're talking about is what if I got married to Timothy instead. Yeah, that'd be it. Oh, that's 4,000 points right there. But yeah, there was a couple of what ifs I had thought about. One of them I might scrap, but the other what if I could actually bring back the original idea for the evil variant invader, because that would involve Demic, bro. So take a. That's what I gotta do. Show the environment that the actress played by Lynette is lost in. Is that it? Swimming through the seagrass. Oops. I said I selected a note. Oh, never mind. I get it. Expression. She's a shining light. There's like two of them now. We'll do this one now. 2 stars. Well, I messed up. I think, apparently, I think I accidentally clicked this one. It's supposed to be this one. Let's try it again. So that one's plus 20. It's like, I think they have, so they have different point values. The thing is, I think I messed up on the first part again. Can I just skip? No, I can't skip it. So every time I... Okay. Okay. Like the other one seemed a bit better of a shot, but we'll do what the game wants. See here. By the way, did you see the boo egg? The boo egg. Oh, 3 stars. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. It's like, I think the point values go from, I think, 0. No, I can't say. I think it's 0, 10, and 20. Depending on the best angle you get more points. But that one is like, I for sure thought that the one in like the first clip, because it was such an open space and everything looked empty, that would have been the one that you got lost in. That's true. Alright. Let's see here. What about Navia? Okay, so Navia's acting now, okay. I think with Timothy is that there are plenty of qualities that has Timothy wishes at least we have. Oppressively sunny weather. Okay. Expression. 2 actresses meeting. Expression played by Paimon. She would have this. She holds the umbrella and sunglasses. Here's my other comments. I think I only missed one comment. And that was the I think underneath the boo egg one. I think only working with Timothy makes at least the second to me, but eventually break after a long time. That's better. That one I got first try. That one was actually a bit easier. Because because, well, the other one was on the water, but they look the same. Okay. I gotta do this one more time. I'm sad there's no swimming race event. No, there does need to be a swimming race event. Everybody would just pick Nervulet and I'll swim you. Sorry that quality Lisa has. Timothy also has the acrobatic women who also get using their legs in the fights. Well, the quality is way and has Anarchy to let them grab with other opponents like Vidal. I think it's pretty much about manipulating weight distribution, I believe. It's not always about how strong a person is. It's the same principle as lifting weights and everything. Alright, what place is this?
So this is what food from Fontaine is like.
I just triggered
sure
a...
different from what
okay.
we have in Inazuma.
Apparently I think I just
Should
triggered a
describe
different
it?
event.
It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them.
Is this...
And the flavor has many layers too.
Like, I get the feeling this is the second time that I try to do an event and wind up triggering a cutscene.
Ah, yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist,
No,
a
while you
prop
guys are talking, let me
manager,
just hit
and
autoplay
a
and just
costume
read the
designer.
quotes on Discord.
I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding
I
agreed
remember
upon.
seeing her karate be considered
It
a
said that
non-lifting
Fontaine's
move
legal
in
system
the
is
some wrestling games I
well-developed.
played.
If he has violated
Yeah,
the
there's a couple of
contract,
games
then
like
can't
that.
you simply take him to court over the matter?
Actually, let me go ahead and square real quick. I think that one game that comes to mind with stuff like that would probably be the earlier WWE games, where they'll have like lifting and non-lifting moves. So, and the reason they did that is because since some characters are much heavier than others, like let's say Rey Mysterio versus someone like the Big Show, Andre the Giant, he can't pick them up normally and has to rely on different moves to beat them. Because otherwise he'll just strain himself and just back off.
Ah, well, I'm still more concerned about
I
filming.
actually
Even
did like
if
that
I were
feature.
to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
Yeah, but these two are already rich, I'm pretty sure.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
Same, and even the
I
wrestling moves
understand,
in those
but
order to be
having you
games
two
in
act for
general
free
looked way
just
more
doesn't seem
impactful
right.
than the newer ones. It's
Not
because
at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts,
it's because
we
other
must
games they
express our
use like the
sincerity
screen
if we want to
shaking,
establish formal
have like the
cultural
impact
ties
of
with
the
your
crowd
nation.
and everything. Everything nowadays
This
looks
film
kind
will
of
serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine.
like even some
It's
of
my
like the hit
hope that the
detectors in the
film can
game,
be
they'll
finished
kind
and
of
released
like
as smoothly as
correct
possible.
themselves to make it look better.
If you still don't feel
And
comfortable
it
with this
looks
arrangement,
it
I
doesn't
would also
look
be more than happy to be
as
introduced
realistic
to
as you
some
would
other
think.
renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right, I'll do as you say. Thank you so much. I'll make sure to cobble together enough Mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor. Me too! Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. Alright, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen.
I don't know if Churika is gonna be a 4 or 5 star. She might. I don't know.
So, instead of Mora,
Like she looks
you'll help
like
with
a 4-star
filming and
character.
production.
She might be Geo support.
Oh, but how can we help with that?
Like the reason why I know it because she might be somebody that might support Navi or something.
Alright, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapper board? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
Now I get to hear Paimon scream and action every single time.
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that.
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I
But
noticed
yeah,
the Traveler had
again,
an
the
eye
original
for
inspiration for
photography
Fire
and
is
composition when
with
we
just a
worked
few
together
similarities including some of
previously.
the moves they do. Like that was me, I think, with when I first created Lisa. When I had first made her, like I think a lot of inspiration came from Chun-Li. No, she didn't look like her though. She didn't have like huge thighs or anything. It was just a fighting style that was similar. It wasn't until later where I started incorporating different moves to kind of separate the two. Because sometimes when I make characters way back when I was young, I would use like character as like a base inspiration and kind of branch off from there. Even with someone like Jack, like his main thing when I made him, his moves, well, first I made it more kind of again, so he has some moves there. It wasn't until later where I started taking bits and pieces from Ryu and Jin, from Street Fighter and Tekken.
I'm sure that's due to the traveler's journey
And then
across
much later I
Tibet and all
kind
the
of
places they've
gave
seen.
him different
After
moves
so many
to
adventures,
again separate them.
Using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
Hey man, back up.
So all
Got
that's
some
left
space,
for us
man.
to find is a director and an
The bias,
assistant.
man, freaking COVID's still out there. Don't be hugging me like
Oh,
that.
me. I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
Oh, I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her form or identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything!
But yeah, you can tell if a character is 4 or 5 star in this game based on when they do the elemental burst. If the screen has like a different camera angle for that specific animation.
Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence.
The only exception being the
hope
Traveler
she'll
here.
agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
I'll go with you. By the way, you might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontinalia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontinalia festival happening right now? I heard Evil tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontinalia mousse.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontinalia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
Well, what could that be?
Your words of praise.
I knew it would involve the Traveler of some sort.
You go ahead. No need to worry about us.
Oh, I hope Farina will like the gifts we prepared. Oh, and if you still think we should get something else for her, just let me know. I should be able to make some fireworks.
Alright, now where's the reason I went here in the first place? Played by Yoimiya, okay, so that should start acting. Let's see here. The customer, sizing up the samples. The customer bartering with mysterious merchant. Reveals a mysterious merchant and shouts at the mirror. Okay. The seller displays the branded products. It's like both of these two. I'm guessing this one. And I got see here. To show success from the customer's reaction. Alright, let's see what happens. See if I get enough points. Okay. What's that dude in the back? Summoning demons in the back. I was probably hearing that guy. Okay. Okay, that's it for this.
Navigating the world is a whole lot.
Okay.
Easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
I'm not gonna go there just yet. Because now I have enough points to do 2 more runs for a domain. Or I have an idea. I'm not going to do a domain. Let me read this as a comment real quick. So to take inspiration from a character that's nowhere near the most popular already helps you stand out even more. That is true. It's a good thing to take inspiration from and kind of further flesh out the moveset or get or add stuff. Because if it's just carbon copy, you don't want to be a plagiarist or whatever. Like it's like me copying a character like Ryu and even the name of the fireballs or Hadoken or something. Which again, it's just Japanese for like, it was like, I know Ken is fist. And Hado I guess is like energy. Like it was something along those lines. I'm probably wrong.
Let the show be.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I need to fight 2 bosses. Two weekly bosses. Technically I need to fight 3. But I'm gonna do but I need to fight 3 bosses so I can get the points. And then I can do more of the event. With the story at least. After that I gotta cook that chocolate mousse or whatever. Which sounds really good right now, I'm not gonna lie. And speaking of food, it is very, very likely I'm probably gonna head out much later to give myself something to eat since I got those gift cards to restaurants. There was Steak and Shake and Little Caesars. Little Caesars had that cheesy bread, it was a cheesy crust. Well, Steak and Shake, I'll probably wait tomorrow for that. Because 19 minutes ago for me, happy hour ended. Really fighting the whale? Well, yeah, because the thing is, if I'm getting characters like in the future for Fontaine, I need to fight this boss. I also gotta fight I'm also gotta fight the okay, I guess he's took a fight over her. But I'm picking him. So I'm picking wisely. He's my go-to guy. Oh, you're gonna pick this broken character. I swear everybody has Fiorina and everybody has Neuvillette. But yeah, future Fontaine characters are going to involve this boss, that other Sumeru boss, like that little plant-looking enemy, like that one's for Risley, and then what other character is? There's one other character I'm thinking about that involves someone else.
Let's begin.
Light it up! Off we go!
Wait now.
Adventure time!
I think they do, don't they? I could have swore they did. Let me check the numbers. If it's blue, then it works. Yeah, it works. He might just have a resistance to it. Like the same way that child works.
Off we go!
Let's begin.
Why do they never miss? Let's light it up!
Get a little chilly.
Strike a pose!
The time is
Light it up!
Stay cool. Face your guillotine.
Everybody stand
Now.
Shower me with praise!
There you go, right? 78k. Welcome to for you.
Off we go!
This is supposed to mess why I pulled Horizon in the first place. Numbers like that. Sorry, the fight is terrible. Okay. First, it just like see too many OCs trying their best to be like Goku or Vegeta. There are so many people who name their characters Goku and Vegeta. No, it's always Goku and Gohan and like other characters that aren't a thing that they want to be a thing. I guess like Chi-Chi Black or maybe Bulma Black in the future. I don't think I've seen one of those yet though. Well, you're literally missing this thing. It's literally right above you. Wasabi. I mean, okay. Guy must be hungry. Alright, I'm just going to choose the comments real quick. Like if Ryan Shogun, she had Yumiko as a pet. I'm not even gonna say anything about that one. But maybe if I were to be technical, maybe the Thunder Manifestation. I don't know. You know, that running away Electro boss, the one that teleports every like 4 seconds. Probably that thing. Okay. Neither to go here for and I need to fight this boss for Risley. Because in the future I may give him the 10-8-10. Right now he's 10-8-8, but I do win him stronger. Cause him, Yelan, Yoimiya, and the future Ryan Shogun was my strongest characters. What's her name? Nahida. I'm gonna wait, maybe till next week to get her to level 90, cause she's still level 80 right now. She should have been level 90 a while back. I mean, she was an Archon after all. I don't want to neglect her. Not to mention which made kids wearing Bruce's clothes, cause they ain't got no variety. Not gonna lie, I may not switch up my clothes like that for my characters too often, but they're different from everybody else's. And some of the clothes I wanted for my characters, I wanted to be battle damage versions. And even then, people don't have stuff like that for their characters. It's usually just Beerus's clothes or Goku's coat. And then there'll be like 1 or 2 changes in the moveset. Like you'll see, let's say, a male Saiyan who has everything I usually guess, which is times 10 Emperor's Death Beam, Super Explosive Wave, and Ultra Instinct. The maximum charge mapped to the with maximum charge mapped to the square or triangle button. And then we have other people who have like a blue coat Earthling with a do-rag and glasses.
Don't break the law.
Who literally, when you see their moveset, it's usually just minus stats, and then there'll be 1 change in the moveset. Like it'll be from like backflip to after image or something. Like it'll be 1 change while everything else stays the same. And their moves are arguably more boring than the male Saiyans. It's just square triangle Saturday crash. Or freaking handy cannon. Either one of those 2 stupid moves. I didn't mind those 2 moves at first until everybody started spamming it as earthquakes.
Come on, please.
Yeah, I am aware that I am aware that she compared to a fox. I'm aware of that.
Stay cool. Face your guilt. Boy, now.
Rack and ruin.
Let's begin.
I condemn you. Rack and ruin. More speed. Breathe it to the core. Eye for an eye.
Now. Diffract.
I didn't hit him. I missed the move by an inch. Because the thing is, when he glows ready to do a charge attack, he gains his health back. I missed. I'm not even mad about it either, because that's the first time of Rise I died in a while, so... I'm not even mad about that result. I'm mad about these artifacts, though. I'll be definitely switching those. Alright, so I gotta fight one more boss. So I can get the thing for the battle pass. And the thing is, I could have used food. But I don't want to use too much of those. Something tells me in the future when I'm doing more stuff, I'm gonna need those. That's why that's why the only time I used it was during the whale boss. Still, now I have access to the infinite charge attack, so I'll hit something. Okay. Let me do this place real quick. Gotta fight, I'm gonna fight the Scaramouche boss. I've been whooping on the Shogun enough. But don't worry, when I have more characters built, I'll be whooping on some more. I'm gonna use probably Sayu and Ryan Shogun in the future. I guess Hat Boy, yeah, I am. And the thing is, the reason why I've been fighting those particular bosses is because, as I've already stated, like with this boss, it might help me with other characters that I don't have. Maybe what's his name? Maybe Kaveh. Maybe Kirara. Either one of the two. And then we have the other boss, the one I just fought. That one is for Risley. So if you're ever pulling for him in the future, that's what he has, the flowers here. Which, 1, 2, 3. I feel like I may have fought this boss enough times to where I no longer need to fight him anymore. So now I can fight a different boss. Okay.
Have you ever...
But yeah, like, and then the Fontaine one, that one is going to be for characters like Chirori. That one's going to be for characters who will also appear in the future as Fontaine characters. Like, what's her name? Like Cloran, if I ever have enough points to get her. The whole trendy bikini top forced to talk about leggings because it's supposed to be part of my wrestling outfit. Yeah, I've seen the, Jesus Christ, I see 2 Navias and a Fiorina. And I'm healing thanks to Fiorina here, which is exactly what I try to pull for, because she's a healer and she can switch to do and she can switch to do a lot of damage. Okay, when are you gonna have to switch?
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother.
That's the only thing though. Can Navia solo this boss though? Because some people you can solo it with, some people you can't. So basically, if everybody here dies but, what's her name? Fiorina, then she's screwed. Because Hydro can't affect those things later. Now, Shenhe here is going to help you with my damage.
That divinity is mine!
The music didn't even kick in, you were getting your behind with so fast.
1,000 eons, mine to dominate! To oblivion!
She'll be aiming after me while I'm doing this. It's not because you're getting outboxed, is it?
Reality is pain!
Shinhe's almost dead. Don't bring that stuff towards me.
Good riddance, cruel world. Get a little chilly.
Yeah, I don't think Navia can do it alone. That's such a slow.
I can't.
What has happened? He died. Hold on, I'm gonna have to. Hold on. I need to save clip. I need to see what damage Navia and or me did. His health bar disappeared on him. I don't know if you saw my Discord my message on Discord. If you're referring to the Evil Ada quotes, I saw those. That was pretty much while the characters of Fontaine were talking their heads off. Oh no, I know for a fact. Oh no, I know for a fact Navi's broken. But I didn't know what number it was, so I'm gonna have to screenshot that later. All right. Where's he going? Oh, they're gonna beat him up. You know what? I haven't beat this guy up in a while. Let me help you out real quick. I say, like, again, normally I wouldn't fight on the boss. I would just leave and then do the story, or like the event story. But you know what? I haven't fought this guy in quite some time. Who did he pick as his characters? We can pick someone to help him. Am I getting attacked? I better not be getting attacked. If I show up and he's dead, that means you pretty much pulled for her like C6. I can't even get there fast enough. We go there so fast. We were trying to avoid this wolf. Are you? I got frozen in midair. It couldn't even land correctly. Hold on. All right. Like what did I get frozen by?
Here.
Oh.
Teamwork is dreamwork! Hey there! Adventure time! Submit!
Bro, you had this waypoint here the whole time? About to say, like, that wolf knew if I came in there and that place wasn't frozen while it was raining, I would have came in there and would have beat the brakes off. But instead, he got lucky with that nonsense. About, like, he needed a cheap gimmick to kill off my Ningguang, who hasn't died in a while. and that seems to be a recurring, theme. Characters that haven't died in a while, find the most BS ways to get killed. Because that one, I didn't get hit by anything ice related. And no, that wolf doesn't have any ice on him, which means something happened to the point where I got cheated. Well, it'd be accurate to a parallel, it would say. For the most part, yeah. Okay, so what's next? Okay. So as long as I do this event enough to the point where I get 30 points up there on top, I can do another weekly boss. Oh yeah, another thing, that wolf is lucky I didn't pull out freaking what's the name? Lucky I didn't have like C6 Cookie or C6 Hutal, otherwise if I fell down like that I wouldn't have got killed in the first place. Or if I was just anybody else with a bigger health bar. Like Dea here. Dea wouldn't have got if I fell like that with Dea, she wouldn't have got killed. She has way too much health to get killed.
Yeah.
That's like same thing with Yelana. And Yelana, I don't think she's ever died on my team.
We're here! This is where Farina lives.
Okay, I'll go knock on the door.
Coming. Seriously, who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Who are you?
Lady Farina, please allow me to introduce myself. I am Xavier, a film director.
Hello. Oh, is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you? And who's this?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. Hello, hello. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Farina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, Lady Farina. We hope you like it.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask
But
that
yeah,
you
like
serve as the
the
director
characters'
of our film
outfits
crew.
like have actually much improved, I think, as the game progressed.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Farina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and she's the camera operator.
Camera operator? That can be a pretty technical job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film. Are you really up to it? No, I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Well, you haven't seen my well, then I guess you haven't seen my capture gallery then.
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler and see for yourself. If she can satisfy you with her camera skills, then you'd have nothing to worry about and can join the team. What do you say?
You sure are getting better at rolling with the situation, Paimon. Oh, I do wish to see how skilled the Traveler really is with a camera. Alright, how about this? We'll work with what we have. I'll give you some scenarios and see if your work is up
to my standards. Very good. It's essential for the camera operator to understand the director's vision. I'll make my decision after seeing your work. Are you ready? I have high standards, you know. Okay, grab the camera and I'll give you a scenario.
Oh, this is just the event I just did. Why on earth did it skip by 2? This shows off the weapons arranged in the boxes. And that's this one. Shows off the workshop. That's literally these two, but okay.
It appears that you have more skill than I thought. All the shots had a great composition, and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah! Does that mean you agree to be our director, Furina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? After our performance of the Little Oceanid, I've begun to make a name for myself again, you know. In fact, I've already had several troops approach me for the Fontanalia Film Festival. Unfortunately, the scripts were all pretty boring and didn't pique my interest. If others were to find out I agreed to work with you so easily, then, well...
Hey, but didn't we have a deal? What else do we need to do to convince you, Furina?
Well, what about the pay?
Huh?
You know, how much you're willing to pay me to be the director? The pay is also an important factor for me to consider, you know.
Well, I can offer you this much?
The fact that you're whispering this, I'm guessing it's a bit embarrassed.
What? That's all? If Nervulat were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I'd like to ask. Exactly what film are you planning to make?
Oh, our script is an adaptation of The Two Musketeers.
Which is pretty much like the 3, but okay.
Wait, you mean the suspense thriller novel that was a #1 bestseller?
Oh, so Furina's read it too.
Of course I read it. I've always had a keen interest in artistic works that strike a chord with the populace. I see. It all makes sense now. You must have used most of the budget to pay for the copyright.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film adaptation of the story. The lack of budget is due to another issue.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, Mora isn't the most important thing to him right now. It reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either. The exposure she provides for my brand is well worth it.
So, are you a big fan of this story, Farina?
Well, it's alright. The pacing of the story is good, but the character relationships could use some work. When I was reading it before, I always felt like some things were left on a rather unsatisfactory note. I have high standards, you know. Mr. Xavier, if, hypothetically speaking, I agree to be the director, how much freedom would I have in terms of script revisions and creative interpretation?
Oh, as much freedom as you would need. I wouldn't dare doubt the tastes of Fontaine's greatest star.
Good. Then I'm free to alter the script as I see fit?
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. It seems that your crew really can't go on without my care and direction.
So, you agree?
Yes, I agree. Although the pay is well below what someone of my caliber deserves. A great script calls for a great director. I mustn't let a perfectly good story be ruined due to lack of funds. If you have fine cheese and bread, you wouldn't just let it sit on the counter and get moldy just because you lack an oven, right?
Oh, Hydro Archon above! I'm not dreaming, am I? Somebody pinch me.
There's no more Hydro Archon, you know. And it's still a little early to celebrate. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. Although the trickiest tasks of finalizing the script and casting the actors have already been taken care of, we'll still need to reserve filming locations. Not to say set up lighting and props. And by the way, since we'll be filming the 2 Musketeers, we'll need to find an action choreographer. Ideally, a professional who has actual experience with muskets.
Yes, I've thought about this as well. I was hoping that you might know someone who could handle the job.
Me? If this was before, I could have simply asked Florand. But it's already been some time since I last talked to her. Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately, her style is quite different from that of the characters in the story.
And different from anybody from any game ever played. She literally shoots a shotgun out of her umbrella.
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets every day. I can't think of anyone more qualified than them.
They would be under Nervilette's jurisdiction. Unfortunately, I, don't have any connection with them at all. So, in the end, we still have to start by talking to Nervilette.
No need to go to all that trouble. I know their Captain Chevres.
Oh,
Chevres, okay, that's how you pronounce it.
Wait, Chiori, how do you know the captain of the Special Patrol's Musketeers?
No particular reason. Running a business means dealing with some trouble from time to time, and she's helped me out on a few occasions. In return, I've helped her handle a few situations in which the Special Patrol couldn't get involved directly. So, we've gotten to know each other over time.
So you're saying there's been times when the Special Patrol needed a fashion designer to handle a situation? Your work is becoming more and more mysterious.
It'd be best to keep it that way. Anyway, enough about that. What do you all think about asking the captain to be our musket action choreographer?
She sounds professional enough. She is a captain after all. I have no objections.
But I imagine the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol must be busy with their duties. Do you think she'd really have time to help us shooting a film? And then there's the issue of pay.
Well, it just so happens that she's also not the kind of person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave that to you. Macaroni's on sale today, so I've got to go. You can just tell me how things went when we discuss tomorrow's plan later.
No problem.
Having Farina join feels like a big boost to our team.
It would have been better if she was actually on my team, but hey,
Of course.
each his own, Paimon.
Just wait until the day of our premiere. You'll witness the true power of my name in these lands. You'll be so glad I agreed to help. I can guarantee that even the standing tickets will be sold out. I'll be sure to ask some people I know to see if they'd be willing to act as extras.
Seems like you're finally getting more comfortable with your own reputation now.
I didn't ask for the Clapper Loader's commentary, Paimon.
Oh, wow.
Then let's get going. I happen to know where Chevreuse is today.
By the way, I'm curious. If my pay is so low, then what about our 2 lead actors? Didn't they travel here all the way from Inazuma?
Actually, they told us that they see the trip as part of a cultural exchange, so they didn't ask for any pay.
What? So is every person into that who doesn't want money gathered here to shoot this film? Don't tell me Chiori isn't being paid either.
I already knew Xavier from before, and he's also agreed to give my brand some good exposure.
It seems the gods have really smiled upon you, Xavier. And that certainly doesn't include me, mind you. Besides the macaroni, I should also pick up some tomato sauce.
I had to mute my temporarily. There was some commotion in the back. Okay, I'm caught up in the comments now. But yeah, you're talking about the closest selected character. Yeah, that inspiration I got from Fighters. And yes, that was most definitely a while ago. There's a couple characters I would probably do more so for Fighters, probably Aruka herself, since she is one of my main.
All right, this is the place.
What want to say? I guess in that story, she's more so the antagonist. But for the most part, as a character, she's not full-on evil or anything. Yeah, her methods do seem harsh, but like.
But where's the captain? There's hardly anyone around here.
She's over there. The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
Oh, her! Paimon could tell there was something different about her. She seems kinda intimidating.
Please wait here for a moment. I'll go fetch her. She's working now, so you might not want to get in her way.
Working? But isn't she just standing there and reading a novel?
Just trust me.
Oh, alright, let's see what happens then. Chiori sure is a mysterious person. She claims just to be a fashion designer, but she knows all these powerful people.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion.
Full-on evil of my characters, it would be Shadow, and maybe Enigma X. Carnage, it's like, I mean, I guess, like, if you were to show, if there was like a scale whether it's like more good or more evil, it would be more evil, but he just more so, supports the other very innovator, regardless of what she does. And then, what I say, Aruka is like, she just only cares about being the most, like, strong person in the multiverse, pretty much. She could care less about what happens to other people.
Even a local like me just trying to make a film
Kind
has to
of,
face
like
all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to get where she is today. I'm sure that having more connections has definitely worked in her favor.
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up? There's something I need your help with.
Oh yeah, and by the way, those aren't in the loop or don't really follow Genshin. That girl with the purple hair is actually going to be in the next banner in 2 weeks with the Raiden Shogun. And she's going to be a pyro character, and I'm definitely going to need that.
You know, that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
Hold on, he's a villain. You're gonna ask me how I jumped to that conclusion so quickly. He has a mustache. Every character in this game as an NPC that's had a mustache or some sort of facial hair in one of these stories is always the villain. It never fails.
Alright, it appears he made the wrong choice in the end. Halt!
Huh? What's going on?
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know.
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Shavras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Why, you trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room.
Let's see. Luckily, the video has Toa's voice lines. There is. Unfortunately, a lot of the there was a person, Janemba 8000, I believe his name was. He had a lot of quote videos for Xenoverse. I think a lot of the videos aren't deleted, but they're more so like privatized. So you really can't see them like that. Some characters though you're able to see though, like Beast Gohan, Ultra Instinct Goku, any variant of Goku. Who else is there? Like pretty much the DLC characters. They used to have a lot of people. It was like the Demon World characters, the Fusion characters. Like there was a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff was private. And yeah, when I made quotes of the characters in Xenoverse, when they were talking, I didn't want to have the characters say anything else that wasn't like in the game already. Like every line that I have for them were already existing in the game.
Take them away, Letelier.
What's going on here? One second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vache has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market.
Yeah, with Toei, yeah, that one was easier for me because all I had to do was pretty much get the quotes she had in the story mode and quotes during her fight. Which, now that Broly exists, it makes me question whether or not I want to re-edit Aruka as a raider as a whole, because for someone like Broly, he doesn't have level 1, he starts off at level 2. So when I make a character, let's say Enigma X as a raider, I don't have to focus on her being level 1.
Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys! Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon,
that much she did.
The Traveler and Xavier!
Hey, I'm Shavraz. You probably already heard me introduce myself, so I won't bother repeating it.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevreuse. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevreus's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once.
Oh wow. You're so humble about it too.
Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
The Two Musketeers. You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that?
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Farina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing our producer out of the fountain. Yep, see you tomorrow.
So, I mean, yeah, he's very passionate about this project.
So what did you want to tell us, Chevreuse?
Have you read The Two Musketeers? The story is about a pair of children born into the household of a baron, and their struggle to survive together and take revenge for their mother. They were raised at the baron's estate, where their mother worked as a maid. The two were illegitimate children that the baron had with the maid, so they were never treated well by anyone. One day, upon returning home, they found their mother had been murdered and left dead on the floor. It was quite evident that the culprits were the other members of the baron's household, who never had any kind words to say to them. However, the baron was able to exert his influence and keep the whole thing under wraps. The mother's death was eventually deemed as a suicide, and there was no chance of bringing her murderers to justice. The two siblings decided to flee and someday avenge their mother. Many years later, members of the baron's family suddenly started turning up dead one after the other, all killed by gunshot. A rainbow rose was found on each of the victims' bodies, being the flower that the kid's mother liked best. The baron believed that the mother's soul had come to take vengeance on him, so he lived in fear each day. But it was actually those two siblings who had fled all those years ago. They relied on each other to survive, and trained day and night, eventually becoming adept musketeers. They used all of their abilities to collect evidence and clues before executing their plan and exacting revenge on the baron. Their actions let the truth behind their mother's death be known to all.
That's quite an exhilarating story.
Yep, the baron got what he deserved for his evil deeds, and justice was able to prevail. It was just the kind of story I enjoy.
Oh, so is that why you were so willing to join our crew, Chevreuse?
You could say it was one of the reasons.
Oh, you mean there were other reasons too?
I've read the reports
So
about you.
Whether
it was at the trials or when you lent your hand to resolve our nation's crisis.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take a guess and say she wouldn't want to say something like that to a few, which he is from the demon realm, I believe, but you know, he doesn't really associate himself like that with Toa and Mira. As for Deborah, it's like he thought he had it all figured out. That wasn't the case.
You've shown that you've got a strong sense of justice, as well as a great mind for deductions. Yes, you're as sharp as I expected. It seems you've experienced many similar situations before.
Yeah, I know.
There's been a recent murder case involving Muskets. The perpetrator's methods appear to be very similar to what is described in the novel.
Huh? Really? But Paimon didn't see anything about that in today's papers.
The Marechaussee Phantom hasn't yet released any information to the public because the investigation is currently at a standstill. The murderer is extremely cautious.
A murder involving firearms? But not that many people use those in Fontaine, right?
Impossible. We perform a routine inspection of our firearms and ammo reserves every day. If one of the weapons had been fired, it would stick out like a sore thumb. Besides, I trust the members of my platoon. However... Well, that's all I can disclose about the case today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I hope you all can go back and get some shut-eye. You can decide tomorrow whether or not you'd like to join the investigation with me. I'm aware this might not be the ideal time to add more to your plate, but the more capable people we have, the better the chances that justice will prevail. Carrying out investigations isn't actually supposed to be our responsibility. Our job is to apprehend the perpetrators. Finding them is really up to the Marechaussee Phantom. You could say I'm taking part in the investigation out of personal interest. I don't want people to see Muskets in a negative way, and also, I'm concerned about the similarity between the crimes and the story.
You mean, they might be connected somehow?
See here.
I suspect
so.
So.
Mirror would have an interaction quote.
Just to make myself clear, this is not an order, nor is it a deal of any kind. It's a request, nothing more. If you two have any interest in the case after we finish filming tomorrow and are willing to assist me, then I would be most grateful.
I mean, it could be like a different quote from a different preset, or just because like sometimes you look at someone like there was like quotes like Goku or stuff like that, like Vegeta, where they actually do have certain quotes when they have certain transformations on them. So they would be considered like a Majin, or be the pre-transformed as a character, they would have a different quote.
What do you think, Traveler? Yeah, you're right. Paimon's getting a little tired too. We've really been hustling all day.
You'd better head back and get some rest. It's good to keep a calm mind, especially when you're about to make an important decision. Otherwise, when the moment comes, you might end up like that shopkeeper and not even realize that the right choice is right there in front of you.
Alright, that was all Act 1. I got what, like 3-4 more to go? Which means I need to get this all done as fast as possible, so this way I can get onto the other 2 streams. Which, if you don't already know, like I already said earlier, the 2 streams I had in mind today were the House of the Dead remake, which should take probably about 50 minutes to an hour to beat, since it's a rail shooter. And then the other one being Breakers, since I haven't streamed that in a while. But yeah, in the future I will work on other people, characters' quotes as well, for both Xenoverse and Fighters. For Fighters I might do Aruka. For Xenoverse I might do Sakura, if not Lauren.
It's finally time to meet up with everyone. Paimon even dreamt of making the film last night. If Paimon remembers right, we're meeting at Hotel de Boer. Let's get going.
Good morning. Xavier said yesterday afternoon went well.
Yeah, and how about you, Ayaka? What were you up to yesterday?
After we split up, Ayato went to see Udex Nervillette at the Palais Mermonia. I was originally thinking of going with him, but he said he could manage it himself. He told me to go see the sights around Fontaine and to enjoy the local culture, so I rode the aqua bus at Yoimiya and visited the opera house on Aranias Island.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe what we saw there. 2 mechanical puppets that were dancing together. You've already seen them, right?
Yeah, and I whooped their behinds too, multiple times.
Yeah, those two. Amazing, aren't they?
We sat and watched for quite a while. It was mesmerizing. Like we could keep watching them forever.
I said, like it's just like Spoiled Abyss was whooping, which, by the way, that's the only part of Spoiled Abyss I have to beat. I'm gonna probably do it tomorrow. I don't need to stream it, but the reason why is because I only have 1 star to go, and that's the very last mission. But the thing is, for this particular one, they gave me like really bad buffs, I guess. It's like it was like recharge plus 20, recharge plus 20 again. It was like after sprinting you get 15% damage. So what I need is crit rate and crit damage. If not, attack percentage up. This way it's all around. Even though that wouldn't affect your line, it's like sometimes also health up. But the thing is, crit rate, crit damage are the best ones to get.
Oh, it was the same for us the first time we saw them too.
Afterwards, we went swimming at the beach. Well, diving to be exact. It was the first time I ever breathed underwater. I held Ayaka's hand and we counted down together. 3, 2, 1, and then splash! We were beneath the waves. At first, I didn't dare to open my mouth. But once I couldn't hold my breath any longer, I decided to take a big breath in. Turns out the water wasn't as salty as I imagined. It didn't really taste like anything at all. Before I knew it, I was breathing like normal down there. It was an amazing feeling. Ayaka said I was too nervous and needed to loosen my grip. She got used to everything way faster than I did.
Yeah, just don't try that. Yeah, just don't try that in Azuma. You're gonna wind up getting killed.
I knew that the Traveler could do it, so I had no doubt we could do it too. That helped me feel at ease as soon as we dove in. The underwater world in Fontaine truly is beautiful. I love seeing the romaritime flowers blossoming underwater, like little candles lighting up the streets at night.
Yeah, and there were so many creatures that we've never seen in Inazuma. Like those fish that shimmer like a sword blade. Whoosh! Oh, and those big fish that call when they see people.
Oh, you mean Hunter's Rays and Blubber Beasts.
I just love the name Blubber Beast. Just wait till Pops and the others hear about this. They probably won't believe a word I say.
Yoimiya was down there for quite a while. It was dark before we finally rode the aquabus back to the city. I figured she'd want to sleep in today.
Yeah, even I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get up. I still felt like I was drifting in the waves when I went to sleep last night. But as soon as I woke up today, I remembered that we'd all be shooting a film together, and I was ready to go.
Speaking of the film, where's everybody else?
My brother and Xavier were speaking to the restaurant owner about using the place as a filming location. They should be here soon. As for the others,
We're here. Please excuse my tardiness. I just finished the Special Patrol's 6-mile morning jog.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, 6 miles?
Yeah, that's one way to wake up for me. I wake up and jog for 6 miles.
I'm so tired. I heard you all chatting, so I decided to come down. I sure could use some of that endless energy everyone else has.
So I wonder who's a better, like, leader of their brigade, if it's Kujo-Sara or Shivers over here.
good morning, everyone.
Morning. Can someone fetch me a cup of coffee? More milk, hold the sugar.
Sure. I'd be happy to do that for you.
No, you can't go anywhere. Please, have a seat over here so I can get started on your makeup. The last thing I want is coffee stains on my costumes.
I can get the coffee. It's the perfect job for an assistant.
So much energy. Seriously, what's her secret?
Oh, Ymira's always like that. But you sure look exhausted, Farina. It's because you're not used to waking up so early, huh?
Of course not. I spent the whole night reading the novel from cover to cover, marking sections that either need to be omitted or adapted.
Wow. Paimon didn't expect you to be so thorough.
Well, I was the biggest star in all of Fontaine after all. It takes more than just a pretty face to earn a reputation like that. I know how to get serious when the situation calls for it. I went all out when I was acting as an Archon, so why wouldn't I do the same for my own life?
Here's your coffee, Director Farina.
Oh, thank you. The sound of being called director and the aroma of coffee feels almost as refreshing as hearing the birds chirping in the morning.
Ah, it seems everyone has managed to arrive on time.
We've reached an agreement with the restaurant.
In fact, while you guys are talking, let me go ahead
We are
and
free to use the second
I'll do
floor to
autoplay
shoot
while
our
I
film.
get caught up in the comments.
Really? That's great!
Preset 1 is meant to be
He
the
is
best in
really
the career.
looking forward to our film,
That's
and hopes that
Queen.
providing his restaurant as a filming
Preset 2 is
location
when
will
she
attract more
fought in the World
customers.
March Arts Tournament.
Well then, Mr. Xavier. I'll
Preset 3
leave
is
the
when she
rest
fought
to you.
Jacob. 4
Okay,
was
thanks.
Titanium Aluminum, and 5
First,
was when
I'd
she
like
fought
to
Ivory.
introduce our new members. This is our prop manager, Veronique.
Okay.
She'll be in charge of all the film's props and items.
Again, so far
And
I've
this
only
is
made
Bono,
one preset per
our lighting
character.
technician. He'll be in charge of lighting and illumination to set up each scene's atmosphere.
Now I'm talking about custom presets, like with like modded moves and whatnot. If we're referring to story-wise, and of course everybody has 8. Actually, technically everybody has 9 because there's 8 for the preset, and the 9th one is the base one, which is normally just casual clothing.
Wow. Sure feels like we have some real professionals joining the crew now.
First of all, please allow me to first express my sincerest gratitude to everyone in the crew. When my investor informed me yesterday that he wouldn't be able to provide the funds, I really thought that this was the nail in the coffin for this film. I had no idea that I'd find so many people willing to help me on such short notice. Thank you. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart.
No need to be so cordial, Mr. Xavier. We're all honored to be a part of this.
Your works made a profound impression on me when I saw them back in Inazuma. I am sure that someday, this film will be remembered as a prime example of cultural exchange between Fontaine and Inazuma.
Yes, the story is the reason I agreed to join. I can't bear to even imagine what this film would look like without the very best director.
Anyway, I would like to make a promise to everyone that as the producer of this film, I'll do whatever I can to ensure that everything goes as smoothly as possible. This is not just my film. It also embodies the thoughts and
He's meant
feelings
to
of
be
every
like
person
Widdish's
here,
actual cast
as well
character.
as the endless effort we are about to pour into it.
Well, that's what I like about Star Wars, because it actually fleshes out the character more. That's why I try to do with my own characters, have them at different points of their particular stories with different presets. That's why a lot of the moves are drastically different. It's not like I said earlier, where it's like it's just moves meant to cheese people or fight anti-cheese, with the exception of one, if not 2 presets that Sakura has, which should not even exist in the first place.
So, without further ado, the 2 Musketeers will officially begin filming now!
But yeah,
You may
like I said-
take it from here, Director Farina.
But yeah, it's like when I made Sakura, it's like she was supposed to have guns, supposed to utilize a sword. She wasn't supposed to have access to flight, she was supposed to have jet boots. if you think about a character like Crimson Viper from Street Fighter or Quill from Marvel, supposed to have stuff like that.
Alright, listen up everyone. The first scene takes place when the two young musketeers are living at the Baron's home, still unaware of all that is about to happen to them. We'll need props and lighting to set the scene. Our lead actors can go get their makeup done, and extras, please take this time to go over your positions.
Whoa. Seems Farina's really kicking things into gear as the director.
Is everyone clear? I don't want anyone traipsing around the set like umbrella finches. Alright, cameras will start rolling as soon as the set is ready. Let's make a film that'll make some serious waves in Fontaine. Not the kind of waves that drown people. I mean the good kind of waves.
Seems like she's still a bit traumatized by that.
You think?
Anyway, let's go see if there's anything we can do to help.
Okay, let me see here real quick. Let's comment. May would never use keyblast attacks as a gun user. This also allow me to stay in flight using key for a lot longer. Yeah, like again, like with my characters, like some of them weren't supposed to manipulate ki like that. Like Sakura, her thing was supposed to be when she pretty much used like a transformation to do more magical powers and stuff. Because again, when I made her, she was in Soul Calibur. I didn't have Dragon Ball in mind. I put her in there as like a crossover. I didn't expect her to actually be used as much.
How about here?
A little more to the left.
You got it.
Hey, Yoimiya, do you need a hand?
No, I'm fine. You know, doing the lighting is kind of like designing a fireworks show. It's interesting to imagine what kind of atmosphere the lights will create. I heard that the Traveler will be operating the camera and Paimon will be the clapper loader, right? Those roles are just perfect for the two of you.
Really? Is that because it'll be easy for Paimon to hold the clapperboard while flying?
Well, sure, there's that, but that's not exactly what I meant. I just think that after all your journeys together, you two must have developed a super close bond and just naturally know how to work with each other. If I'm not mistaken, the director will want the cameras rolling as soon as the clapperboard goes clack. Oh, I see. It's amazing to see the magic behind filmmaking.
Yoimiya, we need lights over there too.
Oh, on it! I've got to get back to work. Chat with you later. Oh, it's exciting to see so many people working together to bring the film to life.
Seems like Yoimiya's really getting into it.
Yeah, she's the most because she's the most energetic, most positive character in this game. That
But
isn't Amber.
She was right. We do have a super close bond, don't we?
Which, speaking of, where is Amber? I haven't seen her in how long now in this game?
Paimon's really happy to hear that.
I mean, I know a lot of stuff is Fontaine based right now, but it's like the other characters who I want to see actually go out to more places. I think will probably be Lisa and Jean. It'd be interesting to see them in different places like Fontaine or Nautilus, whatever the place is called. They usually just hold up in Mondstadt.
Ayaka has mentioned you to me before. She said that you two were great friends when you were kids.
No talking. I'm thinking about how to do your eyeshadow.
Ah, yes. To help me really look the part.
Okay, so
To achieve a more young and naive look for this scene.
Are you saying the wrinkles around my eyes are too deep?
You just have too much of a calculating look in your eyes.
You sure don't mince your words. It seems you really haven't changed much.
Quiet.
oh, I guess I'll need to help them. I'm just listening into the conversation. He's just trying to make conversation. She's being very professional about everything.
This is a real musket?
No, it's just a prop weapon.
Not bad. Have you seen a real musket before?
Only in books and newspapers. I made this one based on the relative shape and proportions I saw in reference images. When we're filming, some special gunpowder will be applied around the muzzle, which will help create the flash and smoke effects of a real gun being fired.
Which means it'll be up to the actors to portray the recoil.
That's right. The sound effects for gunshots will also be added in post-production.
Thank you, Veronique. I think I know where to start now. However, the musket's gears and firing pin could still use some work. Adding some wear on the metallic components will make them appear more realistic. Also, be sure to rub the muskets with some oil each time before we start shooting. That'll give the impression that the firearms have been well maintained.
Good point.
You seem to know a lot, Miss Chevres. I assume you use these types of firearms on a regular basis?
Yes, I perform routine maintenance on my weapons every day. Just like we as people need to eat and sleep, muskets need to be cleaned and maintained.
I also perform similar care for my sword every day, and familiarize myself with its shape and weight, to the point where it feels like a natural extension of my body.
Yes. This way, our weapons will never betray us in the heat of battle.
Yes, well said. It seems we have the same philosophy on this topic.
Oh, sounds like they found a common interest to talk about.
Though these props differ from the muskets I use, I can still give you some pointers.
Good. I look forward to your instruction.
First and foremost, never point the weapon at anyone, regardless of whether it's a real or prop weapon, or whether you're holding it or it's on the table. This holds for any time when you're not actively engaging an enemy.
Okay, understood.
When aiming the musket, extend your arm so that it's level with your shoulder, and use your eye to look down the weapon's sights.
Like this?
Not bad. Now, try saying your lines.
This is the end of the road for you.
Good. Now turn your body a little. That way, you'll give your enemy less of a target to work with. And relax your shoulders. Here, allow me to demonstrate. This is the end of the road for you.
Huh. Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Let's see here.
Director Farina, there's something I wish to discuss with you.
He's basically like a striker. From... Yeah, he's talking about from Mortal Kombat, where you look at characters like, let's say, Liu Kang, Sub-Zero, Reptile. They can all shoot projectiles from their bodies and whatnot. They can fly into the invisible. Where her, she just relies on pretty much just weaponry, really, to get the job done. I want to say it's like Jax, since he, well, I guess in Mortal Kombat 3 it made more sense, where he used like an exoskeleton for like arms and stuff to give himself an edge in battle, while those arms could also, I think, if used correctly, can make projectiles and stuff.
Oh? What is it?
Like this?
Yes, much better.
What do you think?
I do see your point. But are you sure you wish to do this?
I believe it would be most fitting.
Well, if you insist. All right, I understand. Miss Ayaka, Miss Chevres, could the two of you please come over here?
Huh? What's going on? Are we gonna start filming now?
Let's go see.
What is it?
I have a question for you, Miss Chevres. Would you be willing to play the role of a musketeer?
What?
To clarify, I would like to turn over my role to Miss Chevres.
But brother...
Don't worry, Ayaka. I actually view this as a good thing. I was becoming troubled trying to set aside some time to speak to the staff at the Palais Mermonia. I would like to have some conversations about the cultural exchange between our two countries, and I've heard that the bureaucratic process here can get rather complicated. Now, I will be able to focus on my work. Besides, you also know that I'm not really one for public performances.
Are you really sure?
From a director's point of view, I also felt like the relationship between the two musketeers in the original story could be improved. The older brother in the story plays the lead role with his overbearing character, but this causes his character to overshadow that of his sister, and the theme of the two supporting and relying on each other isn't conveyed very well. But if we were to change the siblings to two sisters of a similar age, then that aspect of the story might come through more clearly. Also, I've seen you instructing Ayaka. That cold and dignified personality is exactly what we need for the older musketeer.
Of course, even with all these insights, the decision should still be made by Miss Chevreuse.
Chevreuse mentioned that she really likes the story, right? Paimon bets that she'll take the role.
All right, I'll take the role.
Good. It's decided then. I'll get started on making edits to the script. We'll also need to make some immediate adjustments to the lighting, props, and costumes. Oh, I have a feeling that our adaptation will be even better than the original story.
You're doing a great favor for me, Miss Chevreuse. You have my gratitude.
Don't mention it. I like this character, so if anything, I should be the one thanking you.
Well, since my brother is the one who brought up the idea, I suppose there's no need to worry. Let's go, Miss Chevreuse. I look forward to working with you.
Please, just call me Chevreuse.
Oh yeah, she reminds me of Cookie and Kuja
Seems
Sora,
like you're really
both
going
in
out of
one
your
person.
way to solve the problem I was having with your makeup.
Surely you jest, Chiori. I assure you that I was mostly motivated by a desire to spend more time on formal business.
Oh, come on. You really think I'd buy that? According to what I've heard from Ayaka, her brother is someone who can juggle 10 different matters at the same time. I'm sure you have other reasons for backing out.
Perhaps. Ayaka always said she wanted to go out and see more of the world, just like the Traveler. But I feel that she needs not only to see other nations, but also to make some different kinds of friends. I think it would be harder for her to make new connections with me constantly by her side. I would like to give her some space.
Alright, go on. Spoil her some more.
Ayato! It's too bad you're stepping down from the role. Paimon really wanted to see you act as a musketeer.
No need to poke fun at me. I'd wager that you also felt that I wasn't the best candidate for the role.
It's a little hard for Paimon to imagine you saying those lines.
Yes, I've made an appointment to meet some people from the Palais Mermonia. Now, I will have some more time to prepare.
Traveler, get the camera ready. Paimon, get the clapperboard. Actors, to your positions. We're about to start shooting the first scene.
Go on now. And please take good care of Ayaka.
Yep, don't worry.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing the film when it's finished.
All right, now that we're all here, let me help set the scene for everyone. The first scene takes place when our two main characters are still living at the Baron's estate. They've been ostracized and verbally abused by others in the household, but they still have no idea why. We want to capture how naive and innocent they are, despite their pain. Chevreuse will be playing the role of the older sister, Tulip, and Ayaka will be the younger sister, Iris. Be sure to get close-ups of the main characters at the right moment. Silence on the set! Lights, camera, action!
Let's go!
Tulip, Mother's been out for quite a while now.
Perhaps she went to pick some flowers on the way home. You know how she loves flowers.
Iris, Tulip! I'm home!
Mother! You were out for so long, we were beginning to worry about you.
I'm sorry, but I'm back now, safe and sound. Here, I brought your favorite treat, apple turnovers.
Mother, what are those bruises on your hand?
Huh? What bruises? Oh, I must have bumped into something while I was working yesterday.
But I didn't notice them this morning.
Then perhaps they're from when I accidentally tripped when I was out just now. By the way, did you have fun playing at home? What's the matter, Iris?
Well, we've realized that no one really wants to play with us.
They even took Iris's doll and spat at us.
And they even called us names. They said we were...
Shh. It's all right. Don't worry. Girls, listen to me. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Don't listen to them. No one can define you with such words. You both have wonderful lives ahead of you. Just like your names. You will both blossom like beautiful flowers. Maybe your time to blossom hasn't quite come yet. But one day, you two will bloom more beautifully than anything else. Don't let the soil you're in now ruin your future beauty. Understand? My dear daughters.
And cut! Not bad. The actor's emotions were all on point. Let's keep that take. Also, if our clapper loader could avoid shouting at the start of the scene next time.
Oh, got it.
Great. I was a little worried that my nerves would get the better of me. What about you, Chevros?
I felt fine. The lines weren't too difficult at all. Seems like Farina must have adapted the role nicely.
You two were great. I couldn't tell it was your first time acting in a film. You should have more confidence.
Thank you for your encouragement.
Positions, everyone! We'll move on to the next scene after we try a few more camera angles. This scene is when our two characters return home, only to discover their mother has been murdered. Ready? Lights! Camera! Action!
Mother, we're back. Mother? What's wrong, Tulip?
Iris, stay away!
Huh? Why? What's... Mother! Mother... She's...
Huh? There's poison in this cup.
Huh? I could have sworn I've seen this kind of cup before.
Those aristocrats. They didn't even try to cover up their actions. Iris, we need to leave this place.
Leave? But now that Mother is gone, where can we even go?
Anywhere. All I know is that we can't stay in this house.
But... are we just going to let them get away with this?
We'll have our revenge, I promise you. Just not right now. Come on, let's go.
No, wait. We can't just leave Mother here like this. At least let me leave this rose with her. That's why we went out in the first place. To buy her this flower.
All right. Goodbye, Mother. We'll avenge you. Someday.
And cut! Beautiful! Great performance!
Oh my, you're so amazing, Ayaka! And were those real tears I saw? How did you do it?
I was surprised too.
Thank you for the kind compliments. Actually, as soon as Director Farina said action, I told myself not to think about anything. I just felt the weight of the moment and became the character. It's quite similar to practicing the art of the sword. You clear your mind and focus only on what's happening in front of you.
Ayaka's performance was amazing. Have I discovered an acting prodigy? Pipe down, everyone! We need to move on to the next scene!
Oh, so another it's a duplicate comment. Is there another one? Okay, now I'm just duplicate comment. Second, now I thought it was meant to mask something that just showed up.
Traveler. Is your arm sore from holding the camera all day?
Good work, you two.
You too, Shivers. You were quite the actress today.
I've read this novel many times before. I have a good grasp of my character's mindset. Anyway, do you remember my request from yesterday?
Well, here's my request today. You better show up in the team when I pull for riding Shogun. You better be there. You better be there more than once.
Oh, right! We were having so much fun that Paimon nearly forgot. You have a case where the murders seem really similar to the cases in the novel, right? So, how are they similar exactly?
Well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about this story. The main culprit behind this particular thing, the person better have a mustache.
In the story, the main characters grow up to become two musketeers, always using their guns to carry out their revenge. And on each of the victims, they place a rainbow rose as a signal that they've returned. Yes, that's correct. We found rainbow roses just like in the novel. Seems like you're connecting the dots now.
Oh, that does sound pretty concerning.
Those figures keep less curly ones with the finger gun pose.
Paimon can't stop wondering what kind of ulterior motive the murderer might have.
So basically, like God Goku when he was fighting Cauliflower and Kale.
Good. On behalf of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, thank you for your dedication to justice. There's no time to lose. We should start investigating right away. Follow me.
Yeah, you know what? That was funny. Like, I had thought in Breakers, when they came out with the transfers, I thought God Goku was gonna have the finger gun, and I thought that God Vegeta was gonna have those like clear blasts that he did on Broly.
The most valuable intel always comes after nightfall. They are like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea. If you don't stay vigilant, you will pass right by them in the fog. That's how one of my favorite books always puts it, at least.
So, where are we going right now?
Let's start by checking out some workshops that sell mechanical components. If the culprit is making their own weapons, it's very likely that they'll visit those sort of places.
Don't I just teleport over there? I mean, I could. But I was going over there. So it's not too far.
Welcome to LeChaux's Clockwork Workshop. How can I help you?
Hello. I'd like to know if anyone has purchased some special components lately.
Special components? Sorry, could you be more specific?
I mean the kind of components that aren't typically used for clockwork toys, but for firearms.
Huh? For firearms? No, we don't sell those sort of things here.
Don't misunderstand. I'm not here to cause any trouble. We are merely investigating a case, and we're hoping that you could cooperate.
Well, to be completely honest, I'm not even sure what kind of components that would entail.
Has anyone ever purchased components here as an individual rather than on behalf of an organization?
We have a lot of customers who buy toys, but those who buy components are all regular customers who buy in bulk on behalf of their organization.
Is that so? I understand.
Oh,
Thank
there's
you
their
for
own
your
version of
cooperation.
Death Beam.
You're welcome. It's the least I can do.
So pretty much like leg, and so it's pretty much like leg shots. I do know that in some games, like even when you look at a game, like let's say, you may have heard this game before on the original Xbox and stuff, like True Crime Streets of LA. Like you could go for good cop or bad cop stats by either aiming at the head, which is bad cop, which is because you're killing them, or you could subdue them by hitting like their knees or like their arms to either like disarm them or stop them from moving, so you can arrest them.
Oh, hey, Chevres. Run out of oil for your musket again?
Hello, Estelle. I want to know if anyone has come to your shop recently to order some firearm components.
Oh, is this another case? Let me think. I don't think so. Some people have requested that I make some prop guns for the Fontanalia Film Festival, but I refused all of those requests.
Oh? Why that?
Because there's no profit! I only make things here that can do some real heavy lifting. I don't have the energy to make some new molds just for the festival.
Then has anybody come specifically looking for mechanical components?
Well, I usually sell off my scrap to the Fleuve Cendre. I don't typically give them to one specific person.
I understand. Thanks for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. Always happy to have the Musketeers' patronage.
Seems like we haven't found any leads to go off yet.
Yeah, unfortunately. Alright, let's head to Fleuve Cendre next.
Huh? Are you sure? People might not be so thrilled to see the captain of the special patrol there.
You think so, huh? Then I guess you don't know.
Huh? Know what?
That I grew up in Fleuve Cendre.
Also, if you haven't already, which I haven't forgot either, I just haven't got around to doing it yet, don't forget to go to the guy's channel, Giant Toriano, if his name is, or Jupiter, and put the code in for breakers. I think today is was for like the 3 it was like for it was like 2 or 3 tickets. It was the yellow ones.
Whatever business you're in, you gotta keep up with the changing times.
What's all this? Some broken planks and barrels, as well as some liquor bottles?
Yes, but have a closer look, Paimon.
Hmm?
Even though somebody has purposefully tried to clean them up, these are obviously marks from musket bullets. In other words, someone was here trying to improve their shot. They were using the barrels and bottles for target practice.
Could it have been the killer?
Your guess is as good as mine. Although many people at Fleuve Cendre own guns, few hide the fact from others. And even fewer would go to such lengths to hide markings from practice shots. Anyway, let's go. There might be more to this. Hello, I'd like to ask some questions.
I don't know anything.
Don't worry, I'm not here to arrest anybody.
You jumping the gun a little bit.
You say that now.
It's the truth. Here, take this as my guarantee.
Wait, did Paimon just see what she thinks she saw? Is the captain of the Special Patrol bribing a citizen?
Seems you're different from the other guards. What do you want to know?
Have you heard anything related to Muskets and Fleuve Cendre lately? Anything at all?
Muskets, huh? All I know is that about 2 weeks ago, we started hearing some loud noises at night. So loud that it's been waking me up.
Were they gunshots?
Possibly. It's hard to tell around here. Someone's house collapsing, a pipe exploding somewhere, it's all the same. But the noises I'm talking about definitely happened after I fell asleep.
Someone's house collapsing should not be a common occurrence, but...
Do you know where the noises were coming from?
I don't remember clearly.
Is it that you don't remember, or that you need to think about it some more?
You tell me.
Then please, think about it some more.
She's giving her even more Mora!
The noises came from the end of the Southern Waterway. I came out and had a look for myself when I wasn't sleeping well, but I didn't dare get too close. That's all I know.
All right, I'll take your word for it.
Thanks for the pâte de fruits.
No need to be surprised. I grew up here, remember? I know how to get people around here to talk. Seems you catch on pretty quick. Now then, let's keep going.
Isn't it like a... Yeah. No, that's not it. I wonder if there's like a spot to cook at. Since I had the, I had the one recipe that I didn't get to use yet.
It's been a while, Tetro.
Please, just get on with your request.
I want to know if you've heard anybody talking about muskets lately.
Information isn't free, you know.
I've heard that bandits have been extremely active in the countryside recently, and they've been affecting the delivery of goods to Poisson. I can allocate some more manpower to help out with that problem. What do you say?
You're still as helpful as ever. One of our men got drunk at dinner about a month ago and lost his gun. 3 days later, it turned up in the corner here.
What's weird about that? He just forgot where he put it, right?
This is Fleuve Cendre, my friend. Anything of value left in the tavern won't ever make it to the next day. But that gun turned out to be an exception. It didn't get any new wear and tear on it, and didn't even appear to have been fired. We were quite mystified as to what could have happened.
I suspect it came back because the weapon was already known to the guards.
You mean, a criminal was afraid the Marechaussee Phantom would use the shot
Why
marks to
Alice
track them
does
down?
some of the same moves?
Maybe.
Because...
But if that's the case, the culprit really took great care to avoid getting caught.
I didn't say anything about a criminal.
In Fleuve Cendre, knowing who was killed is as easy
Yeah, I
as
did.
knowing
Yeah,
what clothes you're wearing
I
today.
don't think you told me that, but they did both have like a wrestling type move set. I think I've seen that in character lore and or PMs.
I've never liked him. Every time he's here, he just orders a drink and sits there with a nasty look in his eyes.
So, who was the one who lost the gun in the first place?
Don't bother. Even if you asked, he wouldn't admit to owning a gun to some strangers. Not to mention the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
He's right.
I know you grew up here, Chevres. Even though you're on good terms with the Spina, you've still been gone too long. Not many people know you here now, and a lot of people don't like the Special Patrol.
I know.
So take my advice and don't show your face too much around here. It's for your own safety.
I'll come and go as I please, and I'm afraid I'll be appearing more often due to my work.
All right. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Seems like that's all we'll be able to uncover for today.
Paimon feels like we managed to learn a lot more here than up on the surface.
Yes. Assuming that everything we found is indeed connected to our suspect, then their timeline was probably something like this. A month ago, our suspect found a gun and took it home to disassemble it. Once he'd figured out its mechanics, he brought it back. In the following weeks, he used some parts to create his own makeshift musket. and took it to the Fleuve Cendra for target practice. Then, a few days ago, he found his target and carried out the murder. Once the deed was done, he left a rainbow rose on the body, just like the scene in the novel.
That all makes sense to Paimon, but we're still no closer to figuring out the killer's identity.
The deceased was a resident of Fleuve Cendra. It's said that he was a poor, solitary man. Yeah, that's also something I'm trying to figure out. If we are indeed following the novel, and there's a story behind the murder, then this murder should be an act of vengeance. But according to our investigation, the deceased didn't have any enemies. He was no saint, but no one's heard of a rival who hated him enough to shoot him dead. Much less care to leave a rose on his body. What message is the killer trying to convey? And to whom exactly? We've thoroughly investigated that possibility. He claims to have spent the whole day at the Opera House on the day of the murder, and the staff there have confirmed his account.
Okay, so he has an alibi.
Not only that, he lacks a credible motive as well. He has a family of his own, and both of his parents are still alive. I've looked into his records. He was adopted at the age of 6, and all the proper procedures were followed.
Way back a little bit.
There are also
Alright.
records of him at an orphanage before then. In the story, the mother of the 2 musketeers was murdered after the children turned 10. Of course, he could have changed the children's ages, but I don't want to assume anything without evidence. More importantly, I've also had a chat with him in person. He didn't seem like the kind of person who would pull the trigger to kill a man.
Then, what should we do now? We have all this new information, but it doesn't help us move forward.
Investigations take time. I didn't expect us to catch the culprit in just a single day. How about this? Let's spend the next few days filming with the crew. We can continue the investigation once we're done with the film. I'm sure that given time, new leads will present themselves.
Wait, but weren't you saying Intel is like small, remote islands in the middle of the sea just a moment ago? Wouldn't you just miss them if you were to stop looking?
Ah, but the book had more than one reference to the islands, Paimon.
Oh? What else did it say then?
As long as you spend enough time sailing through the fog, you'll eventually come across an island.
Alright. It's 2 chapters down. I think 3 more to go. Not this one. Yeah, so just 2 more to go. Which will be another 60 Puma gems.
What? Never thought that the captain of the security and surveillance patrol could come from the Fleuve Cendra? Honestly, I'm pretty shocked too. There used to be a time when I thought I would never be able to join the guards. But as long as you can distinguish yourself through your accomplishments and skills, you'll eventually be recognized for your worth. If you look at it another way, my life at Fleuve Cendra has actually taught me a lot of valuable skills. Skills like how to barter with criminals or how to think in their shoes. Of course, I'd appreciate it if you could keep this a secret between us.
It's filming time again! Our schedule is jam-packed for the next couple of days, too. We've got so many different locations and sets to cover. Anyway, let's head out and meet up with the others.
Okay. I guess it may have been a good thing in hindsight that not all the event was done, so I can get this particular thing done faster. It also helped that since I did this event just talking to random people, that I was able to get the daily commissions done at the same time, because some of the Samara ones I don't care about. There's only like 1 if not 2 I'm trying to access, so I can get those particular hidden quests done.
work, everyone! We're looking to wrap with our 2 main ladies today. I can already smell our success.
What do you mean, looking to wrap? Oh, aren't you the expert now?
This upcoming scene is the 2 Musketeers' final confrontation with the Baron. There will be quite a bit of action, but no choreography beyond what we've already rehearsed. Anyway, get ready. Lights, camera, action!
The view is beautiful tonight. It reminds me of that fateful night 10 years ago. And now that I've said it, I can even make out the faint fragrance of herbal tea in the air.
Enough, villain! It's time that you pay for the death of our mother!
My dear Iris, have you forgotten your manners? How can you speak like this to your own father?
I'd sooner swallow all of my teeth than call you father.
What did I expect? Seems the daughters have turned out to be just as obstinate as their foolish mother. In this world, Mora and status is everything. She thought she could blackmail me using her children and force me to grant her recognition and concessions? Ah, how naive can a woman be?
Mother never asked a single thing of you. All she wished was for us to live a peaceful life, just like the others.
It was you who personally brewed the poison of prejudice and sent Mother to her death. Compared to that deadly poison, the 2 bullets that will soon pierce through your heart will be like sweet mercy.
And that's exactly why I said you're just as naive as her. Did you really think 2 muskets would be enough to defeat me? So let's see. What is stronger? Mora and power, or the 2 muskets in your hands? Get them!
Wait a minute, hold on.
There are too many of them!
Hold on, stop. Before I do anything, I need to go ahead and break this down real quick. Okay, let's see. No, I don't need another weapon like that. Now I got to see how she works before I do anything. Spring stamina. Okay, let's see here. Is she? Hold on. Okay, she's health based. Hold and trigger enemy with the gun. Okay. Let's see how this works.
It'll be okay. We'll cover each other, Iris. And Mother will be watching over us too.
Well, I didn't get to do much fighting. You could thank Ayaka for her burst and her just being a sniper.
You've lost.
I might need a reshoot. I might need a redo so I can see what she could do. I only did like 2 things with her. I shot the musket and then like hit twice and missed both of them.
To think I'd lose to my own 2 kids.
We are no children of yours, and we'll never call that place our home.
Then tell me, what did you do all this for? You lost your mother, and will soon kill your father as well. What will you gain in the end, other than sentences for your crimes?
We will gain our long-awaited justice. It's over.
Finally, it's over. So, where will you go now, Tulip?
I'm not too sure, Iris. Maybe somewhere with lots of flowers? After all, Mother always did love going where the blossoms were. What about you?
I want to go visit Mother's grave.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Tulip, look!
What is it?
It's Mother's favorite. The rainbow rose. Look, it's blooming again.
Excellent! That was beyond mesmerizing. Even I didn't expect this scene to go so well. And we got it in a single take. All right, everyone. We've got a wrap for Tulip and Iris.
Congratulations, Ayaka and Chevres!
Thank you. I didn't expect our parts to wrap so quickly. I wish I could savor the experience for just a bit longer.
Paimon totally understands. Paimon's not ready to say goodbye to the clapperboard either. Filming has really been a lot of fun. You were great too, Chevres. The way you said, long-awaited justice. It gave Paimon chills.
That is indeed my favorite line in the whole book. I still remember trying to act it out in my room the first few times I read it.
Whoa, Paimon would have never guessed you're that type.
Who doesn't like stories where the guilty are punished and justice prevails over evil? Don't forget, I'm the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Captain, I have something urgent to report.
But yeah, now that I know that she's health-based pyro, I can actually keep some of the artifacts I have on me that are health-based. If she's a healer, then I can definitely transfer, I think, the health one that Toma has to her.
Please excuse me, everyone. I'll be back in just a moment.
It's okay, don't worry about us.
Yeah, I think I know how I'm gonna build her.
Was she whisked away by work already? I was just about to tell her how great she did.
It seemed like some urgent official business.
Then perhaps we should thank the stars that we were able to wrap both of your parts so quickly today. Switching around the filming schedule would have been a real pain. Anyway, I actually came over to let everyone know that we're all done for today. You can go home and get some rest. And one last thing, Miss Ayaka. Your acting skills today were immaculate as always. Are you sure you won't consider taking up full-time acting? See, I just happen to know this great troupe that's still looking for a lead actress.
Thank you for your kind words, Director Farina. Unfortunately, there are still many matters that I have to take care of back home at the Yashiro Commission. I cannot remain in Fontaine to pursue an acting career. Nevertheless, I will make sure to treasure this incredible opportunity in my heart.
Oh, that's a shame, but I understand. Just let me know if you ever change your mind.
I believe it's also about time for me to take my leave. But hopefully I'll see you on set over the next few days. Even though my part's wrapped, I'd still like to swing by and help out the crew. See you tomorrow, Traveler and Paimon.
Yep, see you tomorrow! Well, what should we do next? Maybe we'll go investigate the case some more with Chevres today.
Traveler, Paimon, please come with me.
Huh? Where are we going?
You could say that our ship has finally chanced upon one of those small, remote islands of intel.
Oh, I am not walking there. Oh, but hold on. That does remind me. I dig way long enough to get the points to fight a boss. So I will... I'm gonna rematch, Scaramouche here. I'm gonna rematch him. I'm gonna fight him, beat him, get the points, and then continue with the story. It's very likely that, based on how things are going right now, it's like, do I want? It's like I want to complete the story, but at the same time, I want to make way for the other streams as well. So it's likely that I might finish this chapter, and then tomorrow I might get the rest done. This will also give me a chance to do the reputation quest as well, and I can also finish up the other parts of the event on stream again, because I didn't take into account that everything wasn't available today. If Santa doesn't get back in time, I'll likely tell him they're on Discord.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
Alright, so who can all damage? Okay, so everybody but Kokomi can damage this thing. And based on the characters, I think my character does the most damage. What's her name? Like Layla's more so a shielder, doesn't have a lot of damage. Nahida, she can do damage if built correctly. And then Kokomi is like, she's a mixed bag. It's like she can do damage, even without critting.
Feeble human! I am the all-knowing God. Burn to oblivion. Kneel. Stay cool. Face your guilt. Good riddance, cruel world.
I think Lila can actually fight this boss.
Possible. Wait now. I can't. Lose it all again.
Alright, that's it for the weekly bosses this week. Got 2 artifacts, and they are both equally terrible. Yeah. Okay, let's get the rest of this particular chapter done. It's very likely that afterwards I might end the stream. I don't have to do the whole story. As much as I would like to get it done, since they're not particularly long, at the same time, like I said earlier, I do want to get the other streams done as well. I've already been doing this for 3.5 hours, even without breaks. I just gotta get a treasure chest real quick.
Quietly now.
Okay. help the guy get his treasure. It took me a little bit because he's a bit laggy, which this game having the that connection status by the person would definitely help in other games like Xenoverse and Breakers, so you know who to avoid. Or you know who's lag switching. There have been too many times when I'm playing a game like Xenoverse and all of a sudden it's just floating in midair. Well, I mean floating as like knockback floating. And then you have games like Breakers where they just pretty much are just immune to all damage, which is more annoying than anything. Also, thinking of it now, this will also give me the opportunity to do more TCG stuff tomorrow. So yeah, this might be a two-part stream. So I'm very likely I'm going to get this particular part done, and then I'm probably going to end it. I want to get the rest done tomorrow. I want to pace myself. Okay. Oh, I'm already here.
Paimon's exhausted. Paimon definitely didn't expect having to float this far after a full day of filming.
We teleported Paimon, quit complaining.
So, Chevreuse, why did you take us here?
Affirmative. It wasn't anything conclusive, but it should show us a clear way forward. Have you ever heard of someone by the name of Emily?
Oh, you mean that famous perfumer?
She's a good friend of mine. She's lent me her aid several times in the past to resolve some difficult cases.
If I could do anything differently, thinking of it now, if I rewind time, I would not have had a Yaka fight at all during that acting thing. It would have just been straight Chevreuse. Yaka kind of just blended her. She kind of put everybody's health bar in a blender.
After I discovered the rainbow rose at the scene of the murder, I sent it to her. After all, she's probably the foremost expert on flowers and scents in all of Fontaine.
And then?
There was nothing remarkable about the flower or the trace amounts of soil left on it. But according to Emily, the rainbow rose left by the killer was derived from a very rare cultivar.
Huh. Paimon didn't know that there were different varieties of rainbow rose. Paimon just thought they grew everywhere in the wild.
Flowers that are deliberately cultivated will always show some different features from those that bloom in the wild. We already knew that the rose left at the scene belonged to a special cultivar, but with Emily's expertise, we were able to pinpoint the place where it was first picked from.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. So whoever first planted that rainbow rose was probably the killer.
Precisely. And after we checked what we learned against some sales records from the past, we discovered that there's only one person in all of Fontaine who could grow and sell this specific cultivar.
Really? And who is it?
It's the novelist.
But didn't you say he had an alibi?
To be clear, I haven't changed my mind about him. I still don't think he was the one who pulled the trigger. However, that doesn't mean the true culprit never visited him at his home or never purchased a rainbow rose from his garden. Whatever the case, we will have to confirm a number of things with him.
So you mean the next place we need to go is...
Yes, we're going to pay him a visit at his home.
Yeah, which isn't too far. That's nice. You can take these bells. I should have really looked at her stuff. Again, that's the one thing I'm regretting, but the thing is, the reason why I did a Yaka burst of that is because, well, for one, I thought they would have a bigger health bar, or a bigger health pool. But then I remembered it was a Yaka, and she's overpowered. And two, I thought there was going to be more enemies. I didn't think it would just be those 4 people. But that's all the scene called for, was those 4 extras.
That should be his house.
There are so many Gardamex stationed around the place. That's pretty unusual, right?
According to what he told me last time we spoke, he hired them so he won't be harassed or disturbed.
Huh. So there are a lot of flowers in his garden, but Paimon doesn't think we'll be able to pick one without alerting the Gardamex.
Right. Which is exactly why I think there has to be a special connection between him and the killer.
You forget, I have Nahida. I can just use her.
So, should we knock?
Just wait here for now. I'd like to take care of a number of those Gardamex first.
Oh, do I get to pick her again?
Far away. How are you planning to do that?
Don't forget, Paimon. I'm actually the real-life captain of the Musketeers.
I'm guessing this is that one event I did with the shooting. What made more sense is just start shooting and not have a story that involves her with it. Just took it like a champ, didn't he? I swear, if that is her burst, when she goes to full-on snipe mode, I'm definitely pulling for her. I mean, it's already guaranteed I'm going to be pulling for her since I'm going for the Raiden Shogun. I just thought that Chevrolet's here would be with Navi and that banner, because I thought Raiden Shogun was first. I thought she was going to be in phase 1, but she's in phase 2 with Yoimiya. Because the game likes to sandwich her with other Archons.
All clear. Let's go.
Wait! Paimon's a little nervous now that we know he could be the killer. Can we go over our plan of action again?
I'll go knock on the door and make sure it's safe inside. Once we're sure that we're in the clear, I'll ask him to come with us for a quick round of questioning at the guard's headquarters.
But can't we just arrest him?
We still have no evidence that he's the killer, or that he lent the killer any direct aid.
Yeah, you want to falsely accuse somebody and the real killer could be out there.
It would be appreciated if you could pick a rainbow rose from his garden for me while I'm talking to him. It'll help the Marashose Phantom confirm Emily's theory.
Sure, no problem. Just be careful, Chevros.
And they're getting frozen this time. Bunch of BS last time, still on that.
Excuse me, Mr. Baptiste, are you home?
Who could it be at this hour?
Oh, it's you, Officer Shavras.
Would you mind accompanying me to the guard's headquarters, Mr. Baptiste? We would like to ask you some questions about a case.
Welcome back, Saturday. Now, as I was saying earlier, it's very likely that I might get this chapter done, and then I might call it a stream, so I can pretty much afterwards start streaming the House of the Dead remake and then Breakers, because seeing as how this game I don't have everything unlocked yet, like event-wise, since it happens tomorrow. All I have to do is just get this chapter done today, and then tomorrow I can get the rest done, while also simultaneously doing some random quests, and then I can go ahead and what am I say? There was something else in mind, but yeah, I can get the rest of the event done, and pretty much it. I don't want to spend too much time on this today, even though this was the main focus.
Oh. Is it still regarding the murder case from before?
I cannot confirm or deny that at this time.
So it is then.
Listen, I need you to come with me, Mr. Baptiste.
Miss Shavras, I'll save you the trouble. Oh, and you two over there? There's no need for you to pick my flowers either. It's not time for them to bloom yet.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I already beat the game a while ago. Yeah, I know. But from what I remember, I think the acting is more or less the same. It's just that the graphics have been updated to a lot. But the thing is, I want to do a spin on it because there's two different types of modes. There's a normal mode, and then there's another mode where you fight like a lot of enemies at the same time, which is what I'm gonna do on stream.
Okay.
I'm also gonna probably put it on a different difficulty to get another trophy that way.
By saving me the
The
trouble.
voice acting especially bad. House of the Dead 2. House of the Dead 2 was notorious with having some of the worst voice acting in any game I've ever played, that I've ever heard. That game, the original Resident Evil, the Resident Evil 1, and there was some other game that had bad voice acting.
I will confess, I was the killer.
Huh?
He just admitted he's guilty.
Please relax, everyone. I'm not armed. The musket you're looking for has been buried in my backyard.
Then it's my responsibility to inform you, Mr. Baptiste, that everything you say right now will be used as evidence for the inevitable trial.
Yes, I am perfectly aware of that.
I must say, I hate this feeling.
Oh? Is it because I confessed? Or because you've been proven wrong?
Both, I suppose.
For the same reason as the one I wrote out in my novel, of course.
I remember playing the original Resident Evil a long time. I could tell something was so bad. Yeah. I didn't need to play it that was bad. Like, the people that did it for me, I think, was Barry. Barry did it for me.
Between the two of us. Had you done so, I'd have been taken away to the headquarters a long time ago.
There actually is a video. It's irrelevant to anything that slanders a person's voice acting, but somebody made a whole song out of pretty much just the person talking throughout the game, and he was rhyming it and everything. The remake of Resident Evil did much better in terms of acting.
Stop me from always remembering his grotesque face. After all, he was the one who killed my mother.
Your mother is still healthy and well.
You know, I was adopted as a child. I was referring to my birth mother.
That was never recorded in the orphanage's records.
Please forgive a 6-year-old child for concocting some lies to protect himself after watching his mother die right in front of him.
So, your novel, it was like a record of your life?
No, of course not. It was a work of fiction with many embellished parts. But I am indeed the illegitimate son of a wealthy and influential man who abused his power to murder my mother. That part was 100% real.
But the man you killed didn't have a Mora to his name.
He was a hired assassin. An irredeemable beast who sank his fangs into a defenseless woman just for a few bags of Mora.
But if that's really the truth, you wouldn't be telling us any of this now. You still haven't managed to take revenge against your father, the true mastermind behind it all.
I never thought I'd hear that kind of thing from the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
I'm simply skeptical about your motives.
It's simple, really. I've grown tired of everything and don't want to shoulder this burden anymore. You may have considered me too soft to pull the trigger. Well, as it turns out, you are exactly right. I've become overwhelmed by the aftermath of the murder.
So you're going to call a stop to your revenge, just like that?
The true mastermind is too rich and too powerful for me. I've accepted that I will never be able to avenge my mother alone.
And so what? The characters in your book never gave up.
Now, Officer Shavras, I'm the one who has killed a man, aren't I? Are you trying to convince me to commit another crime?
What's your father's name? How do you plan to prove the veracity of all of your claims?
Well, I'd like to speak with you privately.
Sure. Why don't we speak privately at the guard's headquarters?
No, it has to be here. I must ensure that we won't be overheard.
Fine. Let's talk here.
When I said won't be overheard, I meant by anyone. I would like to speak with you and you alone.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Please stay safe, Shavras.
All right. Let's hear it.
Will you really believe what I'm about to say?
Well, that depends on what you're going to tell me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Then listen closely.
So that's how it's all connected.
So, it seems you believe me after all.
Do you want me to go public with this?
No, of course not.
There is another game, I'm thinking of that comment right now, that I did want to really look at to kind of show just how bad it was that thing actually is. But I never got around to making the video because I was busy making a lot of other PlayStation 4 videos. But I will think of a day to post it. It's called like Chaos Wars or something like that. It was some anime-like game, but the voice acting was so god awful. Like, there's no way this is gonna like escape. Hopefully the videos are still up, so I can actually pull from them.
Then why did you bother telling me?
You've read my work. What do you think? Even if you were to go public with all of this right now, he'd simply deny everything. It's been too long. Almost 20 years. Anything that could be used as evidence has long faded away. Even if there might have been a solitary island of truth once upon a time, it has long sunk beneath the waves by now. Justice will never find him.
Not if you don't try.
I know that as the captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, you will always stand on the side of justice. But do you really think a cushy life in prison really constitutes justice for him? I bet he could lead an extremely comfortable life in the fortress of Meripede.
What are you trying to say?
I've been observing you from a distance. Your portrayal of the Musketeer was exquisite. Pull the trigger of justice against him. Let the villain get what he deserves.
You want me to let you go so you may complete your revenge?
No, Officer Chavras. I know that would be impossible. No. What I'd like is for you to perform the deed on my behalf.
Oh, Shivers sure is taking her time. What could they be talking about anyway? Paimon's worried. What if he decided to attack her?
Then he would be shot and killed. I was like, he's many things, but stupid ain't one of them.
Oh, you do have a point. Still, do you have any idea who the rich person might be? And why the novelist doesn't want us to hear what he's saying to Chevres?
But I swear, I'm telling you right now, that villain is gonna have a mustache. I guarantee you.
Sorry to keep you waiting, you two.
We can mark my words when I stream tomorrow. If he doesn't show up in the stream, he will most definitely have a mustache.
Hey, how did your talk go?
I've already sent someone to escort Baptiste back to the headquarters for questioning. He wasn't lying about the musket. It was indeed buried in his backyard.
But what about the name? Did he tell you the name of the rich guy?
Yes, he did. But for now, I have to return to the Special Patrol. There are still a few loose ends I need to tie up.
Yes, because that's the thing with a lot of Genshin NPC villains. Is like they usually have mustaches.
I'll probably be quite busy over the next
or
few
some sort
days,
of facial
so
hair.
Apologies if you don't see me
So
on set.
tomorrow, when I stream this game again to do the rest of the event and to do the reputation quests along with something else, I guess. I don't know.
Alright, Paimon understands if you can't tell us everything you know. We'll just keep an eye on the Steambird then.
Actually, there's still something else I need your help with.
Okay. Well, actually that... Okay. So that will pretty much, funny enough, mark the end of this particular stream. Because, again, like I said, I'm going to do the rest of the Genshin event and the story tomorrow. I'll also do reputation quest tomorrow. Because, well, for one, I gotta go ahead and eat. Because for one, I gotta eat anyway. And then two, when I get back, I want to stream 2 other games. The House of the Dead remake and Breakers. So, for those who did go to this stream and watch, I do thank you for doing so. And I will see you guys in roughly about the time it's done eating. Probably about 20 minutes. Or 20-30 minutes. Still some stuff I want to do on Discord as well. So yeah. I'll see you guys then.